Do you want to be able to maintain a poker face like Ayanokoji? Do you want to become a person who has control over their emotions? If so, continue to watch until the end of this video. We are going to talk about how to achieve these personality traits by referring to Ayanokoji from Classroom of the Elite. He is a person who has great emotional control and always puts on a poker face. He doesn't allow his emotions to leak out. He was brought up in a strict environment which may have destroyed his emotions. But ultimately, the reason for his poker face is that he knows how to objectively analyze situations and doesn't let it influence him. As a human, we must have emotions, so we shouldn't focus on becoming emotionless, but we should be thriving to have emotional control. We can implement these concepts into our life using Stoicism. Stoicism is a philosophy designed to make us more resilient, happier, more virtuous, and more wise, and as a result, we'll become a better person. This philosophy revolves around being a calm and collected individual with the strength to live a tough life. Now let's see how we can implement this in our life. As a warning, Ayanokoji is a fictional character, so it isn't possible for us to be completely like him. We have to choose his good traits and try to use it for our own good. Lesson 1. Acknowledge and control your emotions. Emotions are the number one thing that make us act the way we do. Throughout the anime, we haven't seen Ayanokoji express his emotions. He hides it behind a neutral poker face. We have to acknowledge our emotions and don't let it control us. Ayanokoji stays calm in all situations, even in situations when others will be extremely stressed. He always analyzes the situation and changes his plans accordingly. He doesn't get fed up over a negative situation. He just thinks how to dodge this obstacle and lead himself to success. This is the personality trait that we should learn from him. We shouldn't be obsessed over past incidents and let those emotions lead us to the wrong path. I read this in a book called Meditations and it really sticks with me. Today, I escaped anxiety, or no, I discarded it because it was within me, in my own perceptions, not outside. This changes our perspective on how we see our emotions. Ayanokoji knows how to take control of whatever that is within his control. Also remember, a person with no emotional control is a person who doesn't have control over his life. You must establish that control like Ayanokoji. Lesson 2. Control how you respond to situations. This links back to the emotional control, but it is extremely important. When in stressful situations, you must know how to respond. Ayanokoji have been in extremely stressful situations, but we haven't seen him respond bad to those situations or he haven't given up when bad things occur. Ayanokoji always responds well to all kinds of situations because he knows that external things which aren't in his control shouldn't bother him. He just changes his strategies a little and executes them. Nobody stops him from achieving his goals. Now, how can you do this? Imagine that a person insulted you. You may be hurt by hearing those words, but the harm wasn't from the words itself, it was from your impression of it. How do you think Ayanokoji will respond to this situation? Of course he will ignore. A stoic person will judge those words to have no value and refuses to accept them, and also they will identify these words as bleatings of a person with no virtue. Lesson 3. Be courageous and think for yourself. What do you like most about Ayanokoji? He uses his strategies to outsmart everyone. He always comes up with plans and executes them perfectly. He doesn't seek for help in order to plan something. He thinks for himself and consults his classmates to aid him to execute his ideas. Why does he do that? Because he is courageous to face any situation and is confident in his capabilities. He isn't afraid of anything happening to him because he knows he can face it head on. An obstacle isn't something to be feared, but an opportunity to practice reappraisal, a moment that demands courage. Ayanokoji has the courage to face any situations. Part of the reason is that he have gone through worse stuff, so he thinks that it won't be that bad. We must just try to think about situations and life in general before searching on Google. Lesson 4. Develop discipline. This may be the most important part. It is what backs up the rest of the points. Ayanokoji is a well-disciplined individual. Of course, he was raised in the White Room. White Room is a strict place which makes children to go through intense trainings every single day to a point that breaks them. Ayanokoji was the only successful person in his generation. He was trained academically and physically every single day. His life for a lot of years was a life of discipline. Although he went through all of those struggles, he is reaping its benefits now. He has mastered all martial arts, he performs well in academics and conditioned his body to perform well in sports. He is close to a perfect human. I am not saying to torture yourself in order to become like a perfect human. At least try to build a disciplined life. Make yourself smart, strong and capable. Discipline is the key to success. Ayanokoji is always calm because he knows he is capable to do anything. In order to have that kind of confidence, you must have skills to back up. In order to become calm in any situation, you must become capable of overcoming that situation. Lesson 5. Listen more than you speak and do not chase attention. Ayanokoji only speaks what he needs to. He is a great listener who listens to what is happening around him and gathers information which will become useful for him. If you speak more than you listen, you might say something stupid and it may cause issues. Listening is an important skill for a person. Also, Ayanokoji do not seek attention. He doesn't care about that. He doesn't like to show off his abilities. He only uses his abilities when the need occurs. Chasing attention can be a toll on your mental health. Focus on yourself and try to improve your skills and capabilities. Always have that mystery in your personality. Don't become overexpressive, but express yourself when the need occurs. If you implement these lessons into your life, you can also become like Ayanokoji. You will have the mental capability to control your emotions and keep a poker face in extreme situations. Don't take it too far and make sure to show your emotions when it is needed. But don't become controlled by your emotions and let your enemies know your weak point. Do you have something to add? Drop it in the comments. If you enjoyed this, make sure to like this video. It will really help me out. And also don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Thank you for watching and see you in another video.